Well, hi, hey, hello, everyone. I just got done watching Todd the Librarian do the Avengers book tag, and I guess pretty much you could say, like, unofficially tagged who was ever watching. So I'm like, screw it. Before I go to bed, I want to make a video because I'm trying to get to the point where I'm tired, but I'm not tired enough to fall asleep. But I really do need to fall asleep because I have a long shift, but I am not at the tired point yet, which sucks. It really sucks. So hopefully, in a little while, I'll finally be able to settle my body down and everything and fall asleep. There's nothing I hate more than actually trying to lay down and not being able to go to sleep. So, anyways, like I said, he did the Avengers book tag, and I thought, well, these questions are pretty easy. Or at least I think I actually have books for all of them. So, why not? Here we go. If you see me looking over this way, it's because I'm literally reading the questions. And I'm just. My phone's charging, so I'm holding it literally in my hands right now as I'm recording. So, sorry if it gets a little shaky. Anyways, number one is Iron Man, a book that made you laugh out loud. So, I don't know, I'm a pretty quiet person, but there are books that have made me laugh quietly. And the one that first comes to mind is Beauty Queens by Libba Bray. So, of course, these are books that I've mentioned before. But, yeah, Beauty Queens had a mixture of, depth and humor, and I love the humor. I especially love the character of, I believe her name was Tiara, because I listened to it on audiobook, and the author, Libba Bray herself, had done the voices, and it was just excellent. I have not read it in print, and I don't know how it's going to be if I choose to reread it physically, just because I think she did an excellent portrayal of her own characters. It was just really entertaining to listen to. The next one is Captain America, a book that sends a positive message. And I would say Stargirl for this one. There's actually quite a few books I could think of that send a positive message in one way or another. And it really depends on, your views on how messages through books are sent. Is it always happy? Are they life lessons? Is there, you know, hard things to learn, etc. But um, Stargirl, there's nothing really overly tragic that happens. It's pretty much a very short, I guess, middle grade ish book. And I guess nonconformity would be the thing, the overall plot, being yourself. Black Widow, which is number three. A book with a kick butt female protagonist. And of course, I have to go with The Hunger Games. Um, Not just surviving the games itself, but being a young person responsible for supporting your family and everything is pretty strong in my opinion. Hawkeye, an underrated book you wish more people would pay attention to. So there's just books in general I would like people to pay attention to, you know, um, both popular, indie, traditionally published, but not so popular, But I would say maybe The Elegance of the Hedgehog. Now, I can understand if a lot of people aren't really into this kind of book because it's a lot of dialogue and everything. But much like Stargirl and Conformity and such, I think that is more of the adult version in a way. Because that kind of talks about class and, what this type of person should be into or versus this, that kind of thing. Hawk, a book that made you incredibly angry. Um, So no book except books that have annoyed me with characters lately have made me angry. And but one book that comes to mind that the characters had made me angry, but I enjoyed the book was Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson. And that book's been out for a few years, or like quite a while now. And I read it a few years ago, and I was planning on rereading it again. I had got the graphic novel, and I skimmed through that, but I have not reread it, But just the way her friends had treated her and everything, and I read it at a young age, but an older than the character age, so maybe it would have been different if I had read it at the same age as the protagonist, or perhaps not. Maybe I would have been even angrier. I don't know. But yeah, definitely those characters. Thor, a book with a character whose strength you admire. Um, Again, there's a lot of characters I think in ways that I would admire their strengths for different reasons. You had, like I said, Katniss supporting her family. You have Stargirl just being who she is. Um, Matilda dealing with unsupportive parents, and her love for books and her friends and everything, and then uh, Harry Potter, the poor kid, until he found out he was a wizard, lived under his aunt and uncle's stairs. Then you have Hazel and Augustus from The Fault in Our Stars, two kids trying to keep positive and live life while having cancer. So there's quite a few books. And the last one is Loki, a book with a twist that surprise that tricked you. And I don't really know for this one. Huh. Yeah. Trying to think of one that had a surprise. I honestly can't remember. Most surprises in books have come from, like, I don't know, characters dying and stuff like that. Uh, I guess some of us were kind of surprised by um, one of the villains, or the villain of the first Harry Potter book, so maybe I'll just go with that one. Anyways, that was the Avengers book tag, and I will also tag anyone who has not done this, who is watching this, because I think it's maybe been around for a little while. Oh yeah, I think she made this in 2015, so, because it was originally done by Super Space Chick. So, yeah, making sure I got all the questions here. Yep, I did. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.